My next one is explains life. And I guess we need to get into definitions here, like what makes something alive as opposed to dead.
Fuck, man. Who knows? My instinct is no, shouldn't explain life. That seems a specific that is in the domain of the special sciences.
Seems like a puzzle that if it
Yes,
is, again,
puzzle.
it's like bonus points if you get this one.
Exactly. That's how I would relate to it as well. Yeah.
So this next one is in the realm of mythos and spirituality, but explains the image of God. I say image of God as in like the sort of myth or the idea or the kind of prevalent, cross-cultural element of deities and gods and things like that.
Yeah, it's the image of God. So I'm conflicted again. So I'm inclined to say no, but someone who thought that the ground was a deity would obviously expect this to be a requirement, right? Like, which I think is the usual conception of a deity, the ground of being. That's not my conception, but that is the usual one.
I was just thinking that it's interesting that, I think one of the assumptions that we both have that we haven't talked about in terms of a requirement is that there is a ground of being, there is a non-contingent necessary ground of being.
If I feel like that one to me is a necessary presupposition of any metaphysics. Like the notion of a theory of everything doesn't make sense unless there's a ground, I think.
Right. But does that not automatically put kind of materialism and physicalism out of the window?
Yep.
It's interesting that like I'm obviously in agreement with you personally there, but it's interesting to think that immediately, like off the bat, we're both happy with that. Like we're both kind of
ruling
like
that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole idea of, and I go into this in the article I wrote, the matter with materialism. I go into this a bit, but I think the whole idea of materialism or physicalism as a metaphysics is a silly, confused notion. Like what the philosophical position amounts to is a denouncement of metaphysics, of the need for metaphysics. So of course we're ruling those out. That's not metaphysics. The position is just saying we don't need metaphysics. So yeah, we're going to rule those ones out.